What is up YouTube, and welcome to this DC Comics video. So if you're new to the channel, please do click that subscribe. It means a lot as we are nearing 3,000 subscribers, which is insane to think about. If you are already subscribed, please do click that bell button to get those notifications, and welcome people. So if you are a fan of this channel, well, if you've been around since the beginning, first of all, thank you. And second of all, well, you'll know that we have covered everything DC Rebirth since Rebirth pretty much kicked off last year with the amazing DC Rebirth special #1. Now, of course, that really did blow up everyone's expectations for the event, as we learnt that the Watchmen universe, the fantastic short run of comics from Alan Moore, was just smashing into the DC universe, and has been hinted from before that with Mr. Oz, who many of us are thinking is Ozymandias, as he has been capturing people, different things such as Doomsday, most recently Tim Drake, Mr. Mixer-Plixer-Lox, I can't pronounce his name, sorry guys, but you'll know that he's been collecting people, and the Watchmen has been a huge part of DC Rebirth somewhat, with the superb team-up of the world's greatest detective Batman and the fastest man alive, the Flash, as they team up and investigate why the comedian's badge, or button as it's called here, was left inside the Batcave, which is incredibly maddening to think about if, like myself, you're a fan of DC and of course Watchmen as well. So we've been speculating for some time, and my recent video this weekend where I discuss what the hell is going on with Supergirl and why does the Fateful Five want to kill her. But the mystery is somewhat coming to a head now as we head in to the fourth part of the button. And now Jeff Johns has announced that the event comic for this event is going to be Doomsday Clock. So yes, the Doomsday Clock that was so prevalent throughout the Watchmen comics, and also the movie, of course. I actually quite like the movie, to be honest. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the movie. But Doomsday Clock here is Jeff Johns' special. We love Jeff Johns here at SuperHeroNexus, because that man is the Don of DC, in my opinion. So he will be having a story which is a self-contained story, which is apparently going to, from his own words, it's going to feature the story seemingly from the perspective of Dr. Manhattan. So he's pretty much confirmed that Dr. Manhattan is going to be here. We knew it was going to be for some time. I've speculated on this channel that he's been here all along, and that he has been on Mars. So I think that it is going to be insane when you think about it, that it's going to be told from the perspective possibly of Dr. Manhattan, and this is going to feature Superman. So it's going to be a Superman versus Dr. Manhattan, sort of. Now, he stated that he didn't want a crossover. Jeff Johns didn't want a huge crossover with Dr. Manhattan fighting Superman in the pages of Action Comics. And, well, I actually would have kind of liked that, considering all of this has pretty much come from Action Comics with Mr. Oz and all that. Granted, it possibly could have always been created by the Flash because of Flashpoint. Thanks, Barry, you bellend. But the Doomsday Clock is ticking, and it's ticking towards Superman. So if you're unaware, Superman has been I would say, the prime part of this, and it has been all focused, as we've seen throughout. Mr. Oz has been saying that it's part of his plans, which is Dr. Manhattan. So that's really interesting there that Superman is the key. It's not a huge crossover. We're not having like special Doomsday Clock issues of, say, the Flash or anything like that. We're getting a self-contained story, which I think it's a lot better. I kind of don't really like it when you have to read every single damn issue that's been put out for months just to get the full story of a crossover. I know they're trying to really sell books that don't already sell, but I understand that. But for me, having it as a self-contained story here is pretty cool. Now, interestingly, the reason it's called Doomsday Clock is obviously Doomsday from the infamous Superman and, of course, the Doomsday Clock. But weirdly, it's mentioned that Doomsday isn't going to be part of this. They just want it to be a signifier. They want people to remember Doomsday. Weirdly, because Mr. Oz has actually captured the new 52 version of Doomsday, which I'm not really sure why they've actually done that. But interestingly, from Flash 22, there will be spoilers here for that, is the fact that, well, that he says that the reason why Batman is going off in a different tangent here is that, well, Manhattan wants Bruce Wayne out of the way. So that's insane. Dr. Manhattan, obviously, as you'll know if you've read Watchmen, is supremely powerful and is pretty much Watchmen's Superman, considering they're so incredibly powerful. Well, he wants Bruce Wayne off the board. Obviously, Bruce Wayne is supremely powerful, and it seems like they want to explore the faults of Superman and how far he can actually fall, which I'm not really that interested in, to be honest, because we've seen that time and time again. But it seems like Watchmen or Dr. Manhattan wants to mess with Superman as much as possible. He really wants to cause Superman a lot of pain. Not really sure why. Possibly because the cynicism of Dr. Manhattan. But he kind of learns and becomes sort of human with his views on humanity by the end of it. So it's really weird there, but this is all we're going on. We know that it's being created. It's going to be Jeff Johns and Gary Frank as well. And it's going to be a smashing of ideals. Will the hopeful DC Rebirth prevail over the cynic, the grimy, the gritty, the grounded, in quotation marks, Watchmen? So who knows? So that is it for this video. Let me know what you think below. I will see you soon. Drop a subscribe, drop a like, and goodbye.